My wife accused me of cheating with a sitter, not sure where to go from here. When my wife gave birth, she left her job as she was struggling with schizophrenia, depression, and anxiety. There were times where I couldn't leave the house because she accused me of meeting other women. She went as far as putting a tracker on my phone, and fights would start if I went anywhere besides home or work. I do love my wife so much, and I love our son. During the last 2 years, my wife spent time searching for work and was offered a job a few months ago. I was laid off from my job and started working for a new company. Our son is back to attending school and is doing well. My job does require me to travel a lot, and my wife sometimes will have to stay late. We decided to hire a babysitter to help with getting my son off the bus and hanging with him until one of us gets home. We decided to hire a recent college graduate, 24 female. My son loved having her around. She informed us that she was going to head back to school to receive her master's and would have to cut back on her hours. I worked things out with my job to allow me to work from home 2 days a week. There were a few times where the sitter would be at the house while I was home working. The sitter stayed longer, and I did give her a little extra when she stayed past her time. My wife did see me give the sitter extra and accused me of sleeping with her. I denied the accusation and explained that I was giving her extra for staying later. The sitter texted me a few days ago letting me know that she was quitting. I asked why, and she told me that my wife was asking her uncomfortable questions. I did confront my wife, and she told me that one of her coworkers was going through a divorce because the husband was cheating with the nanny. She thought I was doing the same thing, and now I'm not sure where we stand anymore. I got married 4 years ago, and my husband and his family are many times over millionaires. My family is just middle class. Our wedding cost around $700K paid by him and his parents. My parents gave me a flat fee of $10K for a dress, which they are also giving to my sister too. My sister and her fiance are lower class. She has $170K in student loan while he has $110. They have $18K in medical debt and $35K in credit card debt. Well, last night was my sister's birthday dinner, and she announced she was engaged and wanted help paying for her wedding. She gave me a spreadsheet of how much she was going to need for her dream wedding. Anyways, her dream wedding is supposed to cost $100K, and as her only sister, I need to step up and help pay for her wedding since her parents are only giving her $10K for a dress. She said she needs me to give her at least $70K since I'm rich now. When I told her I'm not giving her $70K, she cried and said it wasn't fair how I get whatever I want. When she realized I wasn't going to budge, she broke down about how I'm just using motherhood to be greedy and lazy. I have 2-year-old twins. I eventually told her I wasn't going to be bullied into giving her $70K. She's 15 weeks pregnant, hence why she's in a rush to be married right away. When I tried to leave, she just snapped and said I'm a bad mother since my mother-in-law stays over often to help. Anyway, she screamed about how I lied about my postpartum depression for the first few months after giving birth, and it wasn't real, and I only used it to cover up how much of a terrible mother I am. An even worse wife since I wasn't well enough for intercourse for a few months. I told my mom, and my mom told her. I feel bad for her since I know she's struggling, but I hate her for saying that kind of stuff in front of strangers. My brother, who's usually neutral, says I should forgive her since she's stressed from crippling debt and has 2 kids and a third on the way. She's claimed I'm jealous of her since she's younger. She's 25 and I'm 33. And now since I'm over 30, my husband is probably cheating on me with the housekeeper and nanny for all I know since I'm never home. I have helpers twice a week, mostly just to go to the salon with my friends and a weekly date night. Am I wrong for what I told my mother-in-law when she asked to be in the delivery room? My husband, male 33, and I, 30 female, are expecting a baby boy. We're barely catching up with preparation and getting everything ready. His mom invited us for dinner and said she has an important request to make. She brought her request up at the dinner table and blatantly said that she wanted to be in the delivery room with me when I give birth. I was taken aback by her request. I really thought it had to be something to do with the nursery or diaper brand. I said I was sorry, but only my mom and my husband will be there. She made a face, got quiet for a while, then brought it up again. Just kept pushing, saying she's as much as a grandmother as my mom and that she just wanted to be there for support and get the opportunity to see her grandbaby's first moments. My husband sided with her. I just stared at her and said, it's alright, you can have the opportunity to be in the delivery room when it's your son who's giving birth. Everyone stopped eating and my mother-in-law left the table in an instant. My husband had me get up, although I wasn't finished with dinner, but he said we should leave. In the car, he lost it on me asking, what brain cell made you think it was a good idea to tell his mom that? I told him his mom kept pushing after I'd already given her an answer. Still, he said this was the most me say. That I was just frustrated and didn't mean to hurt her feelings and cause issues. He argued that if I don't want issues, then I should just stop it difficult and say yes to his mom's request. He then ranted about how it's his son too, then said if his mom isn't allowed in there, then he won't be there too. Now I don't really know if he really meant this or just said it in the heat of the moment, but it had me fuming. He's been ignoring me when I try to talk to him and act like I'm not in the room. I think I might have gone too far and created tension by responding inappropriately. So am I the oh my god, you poor baby. No one gets to tell you who gets to see you get all stitched up in there. No one, not even the baby daddy.